forgot my vlogging stick. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream, man. I'm just out here chilling today. This is not the walk down, so don't get it twisted. I'm just hanging out, walking, trying to get my legs to moving a little bit. That's all I'm doing. It's really just a rest day. Man, that's all. Wait and see if some people gonna come in. I'm just chilling. That's really, I just gotta keep my legs moving. Tomorrow is really a rest day. This is just a cool day, you know. Stretch a little bit, walk. So I'm gonna try to walk about a mile. Hey, what's up, Rich? How you doing, bro? I'm gonna walk longer than a mile. I'm gonna try to walk about an hour. Just hang out, walk around, walk through the park. A lot of people are out here today. So we gotta go out here and see what we can see. I hope everybody having a great day. It's beautiful out here today. Real beautiful, real clear. Make it seem like I got one of them great cameras that look so good out here. Instead of this cheap phone I got. Yeah, today's just a simple little walk day. Off day, but you know, I gotta walk, stretching and walking, enjoying the sun, just out moving around. Not a fast walk, but like a slow walk, that's all. Just chilling, man. The Rockets did their thing last night, beat those Warriors. I was kind of surprised, to be honest with you. But if we was able to place bets in Texas, I'd have took them Rockets for a little bit. I bet whoever betted with them Rockets last night, ooh-wee, they hit big. I know it's probably a 3-1 bet. So whoever went with them Rockets last night, see, I ain't really been watching the Rockets that much. I gotta watch how I talk because I've been kind of hoarse this week. Because what I noticed is that I talk loud, like I think it's just a habit that when I'm live, because I feel like I'm talking to the phone, I'm talking kind of loud than I normally talk in real life, and I've been hoarse. But anyway, appreciate y'all for rocking with me and joining me. Just out here chilling, about to walk over here towards the park. Just trying to get me an hour worth of walking in for today. But yeah, my Rockets, man, Rockets did their thing last night. It seemed like to me, the Warriors, they tired. The next game, I think it's either tomorrow or Monday. The next game will be here in Houston, Game 7. We looking to do what? Eliminate them Warriors. Yeah, we've been having a hard time with them Warriors over the years, bro. When Harden was here, they came and we just couldn't get past them. But I think this year is gonna be the first year we actually get past the Warriors. Shout out to Clutch City, man. Last night, they did their thing last night. And see them youngsters that we got, they 21, 22 years old, 23, they really, really young, a really young team. And it's a lot of them, you know, it's a lot of them that are really, really young on that team. I think the oldest player out of the rotating 7 or 8 are like 30 or 31 years old. I feel kind of bad that I haven't been following them and watching them for a while. So last night I took the time out to really go through all the players, where they from, how many years they've been with the Rockets, things like that. Try to get familiar with the team, man. I feel kind of bad I'm not familiar with them. But yeah, they did those Warriors all type of ways. Yeah, they did. We got the UFC coming on tonight. which is great. UFC Fight Night is coming on tonight. I got then for the first time, the UFC every year they have a big international fight week in Vegas for the UFC, but this year they're doing the big July fight. They're doing it in New Orleans. So I'm thinking about going to that UFC. It's UFC 318. I'm looking forward to that. International Fight Week in New Orleans, UFC. So I think we got games on today, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just trying to waste a little time to get ready to watch the UFC. Yeah, I stayed up kind of late last night to watch that Rockets game. And they did a great job. Fourth quarter, man, it didn't seem like the Warriors. They just ran out of gas. They just every time they would try to do something, them boys from them Rockets would just wouldn't quit. Seemed like they couldn't miss a bucket last night. Them Rockets. Yeah, they was doing their thing. That's why they call us Clutch City. That's why. That's exactly why. We Clutch City, man. Clutch City. I'm trying to make it across the street over here. Appreciate y'all for joining the stream, seeing what's going on. You gotta look and see what's happening out here in Houston, man. Yeah. Y'all used to seeing me on that track, but today is not training day. It's just a buffer, as I call it, just to get the legs moving, right? Stretching, get the legs working and moving around. I really didn't want to go live today because I'm kind of hoarse from the last 3 days of running my mouth so loud. So excuse my voice. I'm trying to keep it kind of low because I want to be ready for Monday. I want all this gone for Monday. So yeah, we headed to the other side over here of this park. I thought I heard somebody talking. Yeah, I do. We man, we still early. You at the park? Yeah. I'm at the park. Appreciate you for joining me. Rhythmic Dog. Appreciate you for joining me. Yeah, I'm at the park, man. Appreciate you for joining the stream. Appreciate you, man. I think they got something going on over here. I'm just trying to hurry up and get my hour out of the way. But I think they're having a mini concert. Let's go see. Let's go be nosy, guys. See what they got going on. Let's go see. Let me walk up, see this steep little hill. Let's go be nosy. Let's see what they got planned for the day in the park. Well, here we go. Hope y'all enjoy the content. Let's see what's going on. Are they practicing? Yeah, they might be getting ready for Cinco de Mayo, guys. That's what I think they're doing. Yeah. Practicing the big Cinco de Mayo celebration on May 5th. I was thinking about maybe going to San Antonio for Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, I like San Antonio. Very inexpensive trip. Very, very inexpensive. Hello, Joni _UZ Graft. Hello, how you doing? Just out here hanging out in the park. Getting ready for Cinco de Mayo. Just hanging out, guys. Trying to get this hour walk out of the way. That's what we got going on. We out here in the great city of Houston. Out here just chilling. That way. Boy, trying to get that kite to going. It ain't that windy enough for that, I don't think. That's right. Look at that, playing football. Appreciate y'all for hitting the like button. Look like they playing something. That's farther than 40 yards. I'm gonna say 40-yard dash. She seemed long as hell in school. That ain't 40 yards. Like a bunch of college kids just having fun. Out throwing the football, being active. Gotta get out and get active, guys. Like T.I. say, get active. It's a beautiful day to be out and about, bro. I'm feeling real good. I gotta look and see who playing today. I know I gotta watch UFC tonight. Another thing that tripped me out, man, that finesse 2 times situation. That's why, man, you older guys out there, bro, y'all gotta stop. First of all, you gotta stop. You gotta grow up and stop doing all this negative, you know, all this negative stuff around them kids, man. Because guess what, at the end of the day, when the pressure's applied and you realize that you can't do that around them kids no more, guess what, they ain't gonna be trying to listen. Because when you start treating them kids like they're your homeboy, or you start treating them like y'all brothers and sisters, guess what? You lower yourself down to that level, man. And then they lose all respect for you. It's just, it has something to do with just the energy, right? Just nature. It's not in nature for a grown-up to be treating them like a little kid, right? Bringing them around negative things, and then plus trying to treat that kid like they grown. You know, taking the kid to the club, bro, you know, it's just the stuff that these dudes be doing, specifically for this 2 times, you know, and then act like you surprised that when the police lock you up, you know. I mean, that should be already understood, man. You're already leading the kid in the wrong direction, and then you are surprised when they turn their back on you. See, that's one thing about when you are raising kids, bro, specifically black young kids, and you letting them do what you do. You drinking with them, you smoking. Well, you basically treating the kid like he grown, right? And them kids get so used to that, and then when you try to, put some structure in there, that shakes their whole inner vibration. They're like, hey, man, you ain't no different than me. And that's how they look at it, you know what I'm saying? And then guess what they do? They turn their back on you. They're gonna find the nearest person that's gonna roll with them and gonna listen to whatever they say, and then you're gonna be out of there. Even though your intentions was to do the right thing, but everybody is not ready to take that type of authority, bro. Everybody ain't mentally mature enough to be raising no kids. And Finesse 2 times, and a lot of, not just him, but Finesse 2 times, and a lot of older people, especially in these days, are not mature enough to be to be raising these kids. They're not mature enough for that. They're not. So it's a bad situation, man. That's why you can't. And then a lot of them think that because they got the money or because the kids respect them, you know what I'm saying, that those kids gonna listen to them and they'll be able to change them. Nah, it don't work like that, man. Them kids just be them type of kids. They just be worried about getting their way. That's what it's all about. Kids like to get their way, whatever it might be. They want their way. It's called spoiled, right? And what's so crazy about these days, these kids are spoiled behind negativity. These kids are spoiled behind street personalities, right? They get spoiled. And like Lil King, in this example that I'm talking about, he's addicted to the street life, right? And he's addicted to the street life, and he's addicted to the money, right? He's addicted to those things. So in order for him, man, it's really a mental disability, right? Lack of guidance, right? It's just like sometimes, man, the parents are just not mature enough, for whatever reason. A lot of them don't have mamas and daddies. A lot of them are born in the slums, raised in the slums, so when they start having kids, the majority of them have kids at a young age. Hello, brother. Hello, Murtharin, how you doing, bro? Appreciate you for joining the stream. A lot of them are babies raising babies, bro. And then they have these kids that act more mature than the doggone parents. You know what I'm saying? They act more mature than the parents or whoever's supposed to be watching them. Now look, they didn't all turn their back on Finesse 2 time. Now he in jail, trying to blame a kid or trying to blame other people for his misguidance, for his immaturity, and it's a sad situation, bro, because the only thing that's gonna happen is that kid, at this point, everybody's looking at that kid as a money grab, as money. That's it now. So everybody that he's around, they gonna have to be yes men to a 11-year-old kid, bro. They gonna have to be yes men to a young kid, and that's a disaster. Just imagine how this little King kid gonna be when he even get 16, 17 years old, right? Obviously, he is the cash cow, bro. An 11-year-old is the cash cow, and guess what? The cash cow is the negativity, and then it's so not normal that it's gonna get a lot of attention. the dysfunction. It's the soul dysfunction is gonna get so much attention, and the dysfunction gonna get so much clout, and the dysfunction gonna get, man, they're gonna be throwing money at him all kind of ways. So whoever's handling him right now is just using the kid as a money grab, bro. It's bad. It's bad. And guess what? That all that has something to do with the powers that be. The powers that be. Them people that's running out the show, they gonna use King as they gonna give King all this clout. The same way they did NBA Youngboy. They gonna give him all this clout where he's gonna really just disrupt his mind fully. You know what I'm saying? All he gonna think about is, well, the money. That's all he care about is the money. And everything he say gonna be right. Why? Because he got the money. They gonna put the key in his back, bro. Because of the love of the money. You know what I'm saying? So guess what's gonna happen? Eventually, he's gonna crash out, bro. He's gonna crash out, and he's gonna end up being the next NBA Youngboy. Yep, that's what's gonna happen. Look at NBA Youngboy now, guys. He's literally institutionalized, literally. He's literally institutionalized. He can't function around normal people out here like this. He can't, guys. They put that boy on an ankle monitor. I ain't never heard of nobody been on no ankle monitor for no 3, 4, 5 years. So he's already like that cage gorilla, or cage animal. You know what I'm saying? Once they let him out of that cage, guess what? He's gonna have a whole lot of dysfunctions going on with him. He can't, like this right here, NBA Youngboy can't come out and be around people like this, bro. He can't. He can't, man. They done destroyed his mind. And God, he going to give himself over to God literally, to change. Why? Because he's addicted to the money. The money is his God. He's addicted to the money, guys. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these dudes, bro, all they care is about money. It's either 3 things that they care about. All they care about is money. All they care about is likes. All they care about is subscribers. And all they care about is attention. That's all they care about, bro. That's why y'all youngsters out there, man, young and old, don't be addicted to none of that stuff, bro. Because really you just selling your soul. Sell your soul for a jelly roll. Sell your soul for any reason. Just for those reasons that I just described. It's sad, bro. It's sad. And guess what? Only thing it can do is make you crash out. That's the only objective. That's the only goal. Is to crash you out, bro. That's the only goal. To crash you out in the worstest way. Yeah, it is, man. What a nice, beautiful day. We are 23 minutes in. So that means that by the time I go up this way and make it to the 30, I could turn around and go back. And guess what, guys? I'll be at my hour. So that's the good thing about, but you ain't looking. Look, yeah, I am looking. I got to pay attention also, guys, because when you out and about, you got to pay attention to your surroundings. I can't keep my eyes on the comment sections, bro. I can't. That's not what I do. You speak like a philosopher. Well, Jesus the King, yes, he is. But you ain't looking in the comments. I'm trying my best, guy, or I'm going the wrong way. I didn't realize, golly, all this has changed over here, guys. It's changed. But yeah, I gotta pay attention. See how I just almost went the wrong way? On the side. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. Marathon. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing, bro. I gotta pay attention to my surroundings. That's why I ain't got the camera pointed at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to keep looking at the, and then I want to give y'all some good content. You know, instead of just looking at me, but I got to pay attention to what's going on around me, man. You know what I'm saying? When you out in public these days, How old are you, bro? I'm 50. When you go out in public these days, you got to pay attention to your surroundings, man. Especially in areas like this, when there's a whole lot of people, you got to pay attention, bro, to everything and everything. So if you know, if I'm not getting to the comments as fast, please forgive me. I gotta pay attention to detail of what's going on out here, man. I gotta pay attention, because you never know what might happen, bro. You know? Especially in an area like this. I mean, it's a good area and everything, but in the good areas, that's where the stuff be happening at. You be surprised what's happening these days, bro. And you can live in a nice area and run into problems. And then in the hood. You know what I'm saying? That's why I gotta pay attention to what's going on. And that's why I really don't look at, that's why when I'm out and about, I don't have the camera pointing at me. So appreciate y'all for joining the stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. And I'm resting today. Usually I run 6 miles a day and walk another 1.5 to 3. But today I'm just letting my legs flow, bro. I got three weeks left before the marathon. I'm running the marathon for Memorial Day to honor the fallen soldiers and the military. So I'm running that marathon. It's a 5K run. And if you don't know, 5K is like 3 miles. So that's what I'm doing. So let's walk over here and see what's going on in this water, guys. Let's see. Man, they fixed this up. A true patriot you are. Thank you, man. But I think that when I be in this park, it be messing with my stream. I was told to stop saying live. I was told it's a stream. That's what I was told. Quit calling it a live. It's a stream. I'm streaming. Live streaming. All right, let's go over here. I'm trying to make it to an hour. Now that's cool and relaxing, ain't it? Having a glass of wine, chilling. Oh man, that's so cool. Just chilling. That's when you know you living your best life. When you laying down, chilling, drinking some wine, you know, with your significant other, just chilling and relaxing. Man, that's so relaxing to me, just like that. See, that right there, something like that, guys, do amazing things, not only for your relationship, but also for your mental health, right? Just kicking it, enjoying the good outdoors, just enjoying the outdoors, just chilling, having fun, man, just kicking back, just chilling. Man, you could just go to sleep right there. Yep, that was a good view. What state are you in? Lovely place. Yeah, it's lovely out here, man. I am in Texas. I'm in Texas. Houston, to be exact. How many of y'all watched that game last night? Watched them Warriors get destroyed by the Rockets? How many of y'all seen that last night? I ain't gonna lie, man. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I didn't think they was gonna beat Golden State. But they still got one more game left. They still got one more game left. I don't know if it's tomorrow or Monday, but I'm thinking it's Monday. Nice clear water, man. Boys just out here just chilling. And just breathing, that's it. Why you don't have anyone beside you? Because no one can keep up with my walking. That's why. And sometimes it's good to be, you know, to work on yourself, right? When you're too busy working, when you're too busy, how can I say this? When you're too busy putting others first, right? When you put others first all the time, sometime you got, not sometime, you gotta put time aside for yourself. And my exercise time, my walking time, this is time, is for me. It's for me. That's what it's for. Cause I pour a lot of energy into, you know, my family. I pour a lot of energy into them. You learn that. You learn that when you get older. Sometimes you gotta worry about you. Because people will take advantage of you, bro. They'll take advantage not only of you as far as financially, but they'll take advantage of your time. You know what I'm saying? They won't value your time. And that's what I learned. That people will take advantage of your time, right? And your resources. So I make it my business. I done got older. My kids are grown, bro. So it's time for me to do me and what I like to do. You know, the way I like to, you know, enjoy myself. If I'm out here with somebody else, I gotta worry about if they want to stop. I gotta worry about if they want to go over there. I gotta worry about if they want to walk too slow. I gotta worry about all these other things. I gotta worry about other people. You know, don't mean it to be like I'm selfish, but I've poured a lot of energy into a lot of people, bro. You know, and tell you something about that. 8 times out of 10, you can pour all your energy into somebody, and guess what? It will not be respected, and it won't be returned. And they'll always think that you're supposed to do that. They'll always think that. You know, and that's called taking advantage of people. That's why it's always good to spend time and enjoy you. And enjoying me, I enjoy me doing my runs, my workouts, and what I'm doing right now. Right now, this is really like a rest day, but I gotta keep my legs moving. That's why I'm out here. For me, this is not romantic time or chill time with the family. That's not what that is. This is me, like, still just, it's kind of like an exercise, but it's not. It's like a light exercise. Because I'm training for a marathon. And I don't need no distractions, if that makes sense. I'll have to leave you now, bro. Best for you. All right, thanks, man. Appreciate you for joining the stream. Hope you have a great day. May God bless you and your family. I hope where you at is as beautiful as where I'm at. Thank you for rocking with me, man. Appreciate you. You could have been anywhere else, but you had to come in and listen to me. You came here to listen to me, and I appreciate you. And now that I think about it, I'm not alone. I got all these people that's out here doing the same thing I'm doing. Some with family, some not, some exercising, some laying down, drinking a nice glass of wine, just chilling. So I am 35 minutes in, and by the time I get back to the other side, that's why I gotta slow down. See, I'm so used to exercising, bro, that I'm used to moving fast, but this is not what that is. I've trained my mind to go, and this is not that. I need to be relaxing, walking slow, just breathing and enjoying, not walking fast, because this is not what this is. Well, there's a lot of people out here today. Beautiful day. That's why I'm thinking right now, should I go? I'm trying to see if I'm gonna go to San Antonio. I want to go to San Antonio really, really bad, bro. I love San Antonio. I'm thinking about going out there. I'm thinking really, really hard to go out there for Cinco de Mayo. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I went out there for the Final Four and had a great time in San Antonio, man. I'm thinking about going out there. It's cheaper out there. The stuff is, to eat is cheap. The hotels are cheap. Yeah, I had a good time out there in San Antonio, y'all. I'm thinking about going back just because, just to go out there and chill for Cinco de Mayo. And they got great Mexican food out there. I mean, they got it going on out there. They had a margarita so big, it was about the size of that can. Literally, big old margarita out there in San Antonio. Ooh-wee. I didn't drink none though, I just looked. But yeah, they do it big in San Antonio. I love it out there. Shout out to the San Antonio Spurs. Y'all know that the San Antonio Spurs, I can't think of the coach's name, but the San Antonio Spurs, they coached that won all those championships with Tim Duncan. He retired, bro. So shout out to coach for the San Antonio Spurs. Even though when they used to play my Rockets back in the game with Tim Duncan, bro, it used to be some hell of a games between them Rockets and them Spurs. Yep. I didn't realize San Antonio was so beautiful, bro. San Antonio is a beautiful place. I never realized it. Because the last time I really been to San Antonio was back in school when they used to take us to the Alamo. Remember the Alamo? They used to take us to the Alamo, and San Antonio is a beautiful place for real. Infrastructure, I was talking about infrastructure the other day, but the infrastructure of San Antonio is A1. Yeah, like here in Houston, you get a lot of streets with potholes. I mean, the streets are horrible out in Houston. But in San Antonio, I didn't see that at all. And I moved around the city. You know what I'm saying? I moved around the city of San Antonio, and I see nothing but good work roads, good bridges. I mean, a good town. And then it's cheap. So, not just as far as the spending part, but the cost of living in San Antonio is cheap. Straight up. Man, they had some prices on some things out there in San Antonio that's about 50% cheaper out here in Houston. Yeah, I like San Antonio. That's what I'm thinking about now. Should I hit the road and head out to San Antonio? That's what I'm thinking about. Boy, I know Cinco de Mayo on the Riverwalk, in San Antonio, will be really, 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 really well. A real good time. I got 20 minutes left on this live. So I got to slow down my walk because I'm used to walking fast. And I got to make it this walk over there. And within an hour. Appreciate you for hitting the like button. I think I don't get as good a service when I'm out here in this park. That's what I think. I don't get that much good service out here. Let me walk back up the hill, guys. Appreciate you for joining the stream. Appreciate you for joining the live stream. You could be anywhere else, but you watching my live stream, and we just out here vlogging, guys. That's it. Just vlogging, having a good time. I'm gonna walk back up here and go all the way around. Cause yeah, I got 20 minutes left on this stream. We out here just kicking it, man. I thought maybe by the time I got back around here that we'd be hearing a little music, but I think they was just practicing for Cinco de Mayo. See, I can get from here to San Antonio in less than 3 hours. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. If the guards say the same and everything go right, I think today is May the 3rd. Yeah, I got a couple of more days to make the decision. I can just jump up and hit the road and be in San Antonio by noon. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. Stay in San Antonio for Cinco de Mayo, and then go to that river walk and go chill on that river walk and get some good fajitas. Yeah, I said it, guys. I got to give me some good fajitas. I haven't ate meat since I left New Orleans. I don't know, this 2025, bro. This 2025, it might not be like 2024. 2024, I only ate meat like 3 times out of the year last year, 2024. This year, 2025, I ate meat all during the Super Bowl. I ate meat all during the Mardi Gras. Now I'm talking about eating meat again. So I already done broke my record from last year. Yeah. I mean, what's the point of going to San Antonio, Cinco de Mayo, and not eat no fajitas? What's the point? Jonathan Davis, sounds good. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. See, that's where I do my lunges at, guys, which I shouldn't be doing this right now because I'm supposed to be resting. But right, when I get through running, guys, this is what I like. What he doing? What he doing? That's what I do. Come up and down this hill. That's what I do, guys. I come up and down this hill like that. That's what I do, guys. That's why I gotta rest my legs, bro. I shouldn't even be doing this. Cause running up and down this hill, yeah, it's something else. So I'm really not working myself. Not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be walking right here. Yeah, I do that all during the week. I'm tired of that. Yeah, what I do, guys, I run 6 miles, and then I come run this 10 times. Up and down, 10 times. From down there, like what he's doing, so he went back down. From down there, all the way back up here, up to there, and back all the way back down and all the way back up. 10 times after running 6 miles. I do that 3 times a week. So that's why I had to rest my, then I do squats. Forgot about that. But I'm feeling good though, guys, I must say. So tomorrow's gonna be a fully rest day. Today, I stretched, and now I'm walking. An hour walk. Typical light rest day. Yep. Thank y'all for joining the stream, man. Thank y'all for joining the stream. That's why, man, I would, people that's watching, it'd be a great idea. Start a YouTube channel, man. And just stream your life, what you like. Don't worry about who watching, don't worry about who ain't. Just stream your life and what's going on with you, you know. But I would advise you, you know, don't get on here and be arguing with people, bro. Nah, don't do that. Even though that's what YouTube want, short term, right? Short term, you'll get a lot of views, but but the goal is not to be worried about views, likes, and subscribers. You know, that's not the goal. And then if you like doing YouTube and you with the arguing and stuff, guess what's going to happen? Eventually, it's going to die out. It's not a long-term thing. And for me, especially if it's not your personality, because I don't believe that it's in people's personality to be messing, gossiping, arguing every day, all day. I don't believe that. So that means that some YouTube channels that are doing that, they're doing it just because likes, attention, basically. And I don't think that's, YouTube is a business, bro. And you got to carry it like that. Because that's not sustainable, just like in real life. In real life, like arguing and gossiping and fighting, that's not sustainable. Tearing each other down, that's not sustainable. Making fun of one another, that's not sustainable, bro. It's not. So kids out there, if you're watching, you know what I'm saying? And I know you look at these other streamers, you're like, man, they got 1 million views, they got 1 million subscribers. Don't look, it ain't all what it seemed to be, bro. It'll die out. Basically, that's what I'm saying. And when YouTube is a business, this content creation is a business. Streaming is a business. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some context and some content to what you got going on. And messing, gossip, and arguing, that's not content, bro. It's not. And that's my opinion. And what I've seen, I'm really intelligent. It's not sustainable. It don't last. And then you never know. Main thing, you never know who might be watching you, right? Like a lot of channels, like that's not about excitement, mess, gossip, and all that, and arguing. A channel that really don't get no views, like me, I get a lot of people hitting me up on Instagram. I get phone calls because my phone number is on here. I get more, you get better quality of people, if that makes sense, that want to rock with you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to have a mindset of what you want to do. Well, I know this YouTube is a business, bro. I wanted to be long term. And back to what I was going to say, it might be some type of brand, right? Some big brand, right? That like what you do and like how you communicate and like how you carry yourself. And they just like people in the comments start liking you. That's all good and dandy. But just think about if a $1 million brand or $1 billion brand end up running into what you got going on and want to put you on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you need to find a lane. Good evening, bro. Hey, what's up, Don Julio? Good evening to you. Yeah. Even though the mess and the gossip and the arguing and the fighting, that is a lane, don't get me wrong. That's a lane too. But it's not sustainable. People ain't gonna take you serious. You know what I'm saying? You're going to keep doing that. And that's not a good model. And it don't last long. Because guess what? You're going to have to keep on doing that. You got to keep on arguing because that's the people who you got on your channel. It's the people that want to hear that stuff and the people want to cheer it on and want to keep going. Once you stop doing that, the people ain't going to come. You know what I'm saying? And majority of the time, people, like I said earlier, majority of people ain't like that, bro. Majority of people life ain't filled with mess and gossip and arguing. I don't know majority of people, life ain't about gossiping and arguing all day. That's only ratchetness. The ratchetness, yeah, they do that all because they ain't got a life, right? They don't have a life. But if you got a career, If you got friends, you got family, you got kids, you got people that look up to you, you can't live your life like that. So what people, majority of people that come on here and they pretend, and then when it get real, they want it to stop. But you already got the ball rolling, right? And you got to keep it like that. And then it's not sustainable, you know? That's why it's easier, just be who you are. Don't worry about the likes. Don't worry about the subscribers. Don't worry about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about who watching. Just worry about streaming, like what I do. Just worry about what I'm doing. I'm not worried about none of that. That's why somebody said earlier, you ain't even watching the chat. Because I'm not really worrying about who in here and who not. I'm worried about just doing what I'm doing in real life. I'm having fun. I'm being me. I'm talking about the things that I talk about in real life. I ain't got to fake the funk to act a certain way. That's the reason why. That's called that's when you working. That's when you being a puppet. When you doing things that you normally don't do, but you're doing them for likes, views, and subscribers, and the cheering of the people. You're not being yourself. You're being something that you're not. That's the people in the upper room, the powers that be that I talk about all the time, using you as a puppet. And they'll give you all this. They'll send you people, right? They'll promote you everywhere. And you'll get all, that's to keep you with the mess and the gossip. And that ain't really who you are. But just slow rolling, right? That's what I tell people that want to start this YouTube. Be who you are. This world got billions of people in this world. You know what I'm saying? And listen to the OG. Majority of the people in this world ain't about no mess and gossip and arguing, bro. They lied to you. The majority of the people in this world is not about mess and gossip and bringing one another down and arguing. They not. Sorry. But if that's who you are, then hey, that's your lane. But don't get in your feelings when it hit the fan and you want it to stop and it don't stop. Or you done changed your mind, like I talk about all the time. You grow up, because that's when you arguing and going back and forth with people, that's just immaturity. Take it from the OG. But then once you grow up, you don't want to argue. You ain't got time to be arguing with nobody no more. Then guess what? You got all this. You done both basically built your brand about arguing, mess, and gossip. Now you want to switch it, and then you can't switch it. You might want to try to sell them a product. Majority of people ain't gonna buy it, bro, because it's the type of people that you attracted to your business. YouTube is a business, especially if you especially if you monetized, or if you're not. Most people should be on YouTube, to try to build something, some type of goal, something. Not just to talk shit and be messy and gossiping and talk about people. If you want to do that, you could do that. You could find that you could do that in real life. Like, it's a waste of time to me. I'm on here for anybody that come on YouTube, be on here for a specific thing, bro. Try to help somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's my objective goal, is to help somebody. A lot of people need help, bro. Straight up. A lot of people need help. A lot of people got character flaws, character issues. We don't know where to go, who to turn to, or nothing. You need to have people, you know what I'm saying, where they can run to the internet. People they can find that need help. They need somebody they can listen to motivate them, inspire them to grow up. to earn, spend less, and make proper investments for them and their family. Yeah, give you a better idea and perspective of life. Because guess what, guys? If you got kids, bro, your kids are watching, whether you know it or not. They are watching. Kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, family, cousins, they're watching. And they taking notes. Yeah, they is. So me, I would rather be an influence, a positive influence. Forever, because this is gonna be here forever. I'd rather be a positive influence where my great grandkids could come back and watch this. Watch all my stuff. And it's gonna be something they can learn from. No, don't do what everybody else do. You know? Don't do what everybody else do. Do it just because everybody else doing it. That's a lot that I see in the world today. People doing stuff just because so-and-so doing it. Well, so-and-so doing it, nah, you don't do what everybody else do. You know? You got grown men and women, right? You got grown men and women doing things because they see other people do it. Like that's what 5-year-olds do. Do what other people do. But sometimes, I mean, now you got to do. See, majority of the time, the in crowd, what everybody else is doing, is not the right thing. In 2025, most people, that is a lot of people, most of them are doing negative shit, bro. Very few people are doing positive things. Very few. They do what everybody else do. If you're gonna do something, do it in your way, as long as it's the right thing. Sometimes the only circle you need is yourself. It took me a while to figure that out, bro. Sometimes the best circle you can have is a circle of just you. Sometimes it be like that. Especially in 2025. Let's see, whoa, that 30 minutes went quick. And the good thing about YouTube and streaming, like I'm talking right now, I can go back and listen to this. You know, if I ever feel some type of way, all I gotta do is listen to it. Because in our reality, I'm really talking to myself. For real. That's why I tell you, man, this internet, this YouTube, this streaming is really a tool, bro. But you gotta use it the right way. And guess what? I'm using it the best way that I know how. Not just for me, but for my family and for the people that rock with me. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Because at the end of the day, my grandkids gonna be able to watch this. And I say this every single day. That's what keep me going. You gotta find something. This is one of my biggest tips for somebody that's just now starting a YouTube channel. You gotta be yourself, bro. And then you got to be able to, your goal is to help somebody and teach somebody. And then you won't be worrying about the likes, and you won't be worrying about you won't be worried about the chat. You won't be worrying about who there or not, because you're doing it for a bigger cause. Like me, I'm doing this because I think about my downline. I think about my grandkids. I think about my great grandkids. I think about the great opportunity that this tool has presented. Use this tool as a teaching method. You know, use this tool as a memory. Great memories on here, guys. Great positive memories that I can be gone, bro. 20 years, maybe 50 years from now, right? And my great grandkids who have never been able to see me before, my great grandkids, well, you never know, because I got a grandson. You never know what might happen. But if I live to be 70, I'll be able to see my great grandkids. But anything after that, when I'm gone, they'll be able to see me. They'll be able to hear my voice. They'll be able to know what type of person I am just by looking at my YouTube channel. And that's why I do what I do, bro. That's my main foundation. That's why I don't worry about who's here, who's not, who's looking, who's talking, who's typing, who's liking, none of that. Because I got a bigger picture, and I got a bigger goal for my content creation. I got a bigger goal for that, bro. That's why I gotta watch what I say. I gotta watch what I do when I'm on this internet. Yep. And that right there, guys, if y'all look at it like that, and you new to the internet, because in the beginning, bro, ain't nobody gonna be in your lives, bro. They like now they got it where, it's kind of like reels, and you can stream, they'll come up and come in, but as far as holding people in there, you don't expect that, bro. You can't expect that. You just gotta push out your valuable information. You gotta be value. You gotta push out value. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, it's okay to do, because you gotta have a strategy, right? And you gotta understand that majority of people on this internet, they into the mess and the gossip and the bullshit, right? So you gonna have to cater to them a little bit, but your content has to be 75 to 80% learning, teaching something, right? Giving value where somebody can gravitate to it and learn and change. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? While I'm doing what I'm doing and I got my goals, and like I said, my downline, as long as I got that covered, I also want to change people's lives, bro. Also, especially people in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Dudes in the hood, right? People that daddy ain't never been around, mama ain't been around. Dysfunctional people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm good at. I'm good at helping people, bro. Always been a person that helped somebody. My whole entire life. I come from a family of service. A family of service. That's how it's been my whole entire life. And that's how I talk. I always try to teach. That's how I've always been like that. Every situation I've been in life. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's what I'm doing now or what I was doing when I was young and thought and was wet behind my ear, right? And not doing what my parents tell me to do, even though I was living rebellion against my family, being rebellious, guess what? Even in that life, I was still trying to teach people. You know what I'm saying? I've always been that type of person. In other words, I've always been a leader. I always did things my way. I never followed the crowd, bro. If I followed the crowd, they was doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's so easy to be attracted to negativity. You know what I'm saying? It's too easy to be attracted to bullshit and bubblegum. It's very easy to get attracted to that, bro. Very, very easy. And these days, it's very, very, because everybody's doing it, bro. Everybody want to be Cardi B. Everybody want to be Megan Thee Stallion. Everybody want to be Nicki Minaj. Everybody want to be Sexy Red. Everybody want to be NBA Youngboy. You know what I'm saying? In a minute, I don't know if y'all been seeing that 607 Unk. In a minute, they gonna be acting like him. Watch. Cause that's one thing about our people, we are attracted to peer pressure. You see the dude with platinum, you see the dude with money, but he acting like an idiot. You would think that's cool. So don't let your kid, yeah, that's the main thing. Don't let your kids be looking at nobody like 607 Unc, bro. If you do, you use it as a teachable moment, right? You don't let nobody look at these bozos, bro, because they'll turn your kid and do them all type of ways and make them think it's okay, and they'll go to school and they'll be acting like 607 Unc in school. Just imagine, bro, you got a kid that is got a phone, and of course, they gonna promote to your kid 607 Unc before they promote to your kid Stock Sniper TV. I'm willing to bet everything I got on that. They gonna promote ignorance to your kids before they promote Stock Sniper TV to your kids. And I'm willing to bet my life on that right now today. May the good Lord strike me down. They would promote an idiot like 607 Unc to your kids before they promote Stock Sniper TV to your kids. Why? Because they want y'all to act just like that dummy. They want you to act they want your kids to act like 607 Unc, bro. And guess what? If you are not paying attention to your kids, and you ain't, in other words, being a parent, that's exactly what's gonna happen. You know, because he got the big chain on, you know what I'm saying? He got the money, and you know what I'm saying? If you listen to this idiot, he sound like he got some type of sense, but he acting like a junkie. You know what I'm saying? So they making it cool for kids to act like a junkie. The next thing you know, your kids will be that stuff that 607 Unc do, with all them weird faces like a crackhead. See, in the 90s and the 80s, that's how crackheads used to move when they geeking on that crack. That's how they used to act, doing their lips all type of ways, all that moving and all that with their eyes. That's when they geeking on that dope. So he's up there, they're paying him, they are paying 604 Unc. They are paying him, bro, to sit there and do that. They're paying him. And everybody, they're gonna promote it like he's a genius, bro. They're gonna promote it like he's a genius. Next thing you know, you got parents, we already know, is damn near no parents are watching their kids. They let them have the phone and they watch a 607 Unc, and then guess what's gonna happen? Just imagine your kid, any kid in America, in the world, goes to school and act like 607 Unc. Do you know what them teachers gonna do? Them teachers and the counselor, they gonna label him as crazy. And they gonna put him on what? Some type of medication. And they gonna put him in the 504 program. You know what the 504 program is? In Texas, the 504 program is where they label your kid crazy. That's what they gonna do. And he gonna act out, you know why? Because the whole time he been watching 607 Unc with no supervision, just getting entertained and thinking that's how you supposed to act, because he got all these diamonds and all this chain and showing all his money. Guess what? They gonna think that's how you supposed to act. Yep. And your kid gonna act out in school because he gonna think what? He ain't doing nothing wrong. And you wondering, and they wondering, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him is he's been raised by a dummy like 607 Unc. And what's so bad about it, bro, what's even worse, you got dudes my age acting like these, bro, you got dudes my age or younger, over 40, that's acting like them, that's using their words and terminology on the internet. Yeah, you got dudes over 40 that's acting like them, 604 Unc them, on the internet. So not only the kids, now you know the kids ain't got no chance if grown-ups are acting like 604 Unc. As an example. It's a sad situation, bro. So kids out there, bro, parents, you got to be watching what your kids doing. You 604 Unc and all those old dudes that don't act their age, use them as a case study. You get in front of the TV with your kid, right? And you teach them. You teach them. You make it seem like to him like 604 and the rest of them are the biggest clowns and bozos. Don't be like that, son, daughter. Daughter, don't be like Sexy Red. It goes both ways though. Not only for the young boys, but the young girls. They want your young girl to act like Sexy Red. That's what they want. They want the boys to be dumb, and they want them to act dumb, and then they're gonna label them as dumb, and then they want the girls to act like Sexy Red so they can label them as tricks, hoes, and sluts. I said it. That's why it's very important that you pay attention to your kids. Very, very important, bro. Raising kids in 2025 is very, very difficult. It's hard. Shout out to all the parents. You got a job, bro, because you got to keep them away from that, and that's hard. Why? Because of the phone. That's why you got to start at an early age. If you got a kid that's 1 or 2 years old, don't get them addicted to watching that phone. Don't do it. Because guess what? You are not going to be able to guard them on that phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, unless you're a home, stay-at-home mom that's not on the internet. Because guess what? Majority of them parents are on this internet just like them kids is, bro. That's why they can't watch their kids. They on the internet, they on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook more than the damn kids. It's not, that's why I say, y'all that's listening, you gotta, and whoever watching this video, you can't use this shit as no entertainment, bro. You can't. You cannot use the internet, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all this shit as entertainment. You can't. And if you do, you gotta know when to leave it alone. Otherwise, you'll get addicted to it. People, specifically because of the phone, you can't stay off the internet, can't stay off of it. And what it's doing is programming your mind the way they want you to program it. Whatever they put in these phones, bro, that's what you consuming in your mind and your subconscious mind. And guess what's going to happen? You ain't gonna even realize it. When you realize it, it's gonna be too late. Take it from the OG. When you realize it, it's gonna be too late. Entertainment to me is football, basketball, a movie, something that I know that ain't in my hand all the time. I can cut it off. When I get off this phone, I'm done. I'm done. I ain't on this phone all day, every single day like that. Nah, I use it as a tool, as to teach and to learn. That's it. This phone is school to me, bro. That's why when I'm on YouTube, I'm scrolling and I'm looking, because I'm trying to do what? I'm trying to learn everything I can about YouTube, about content creation, about editing, about all those things, how YouTube works. That's why I be on YouTube. I use this stuff as a tool to learn. That's what I do. And that's what I encourage everybody else to do. Start a YouTube channel. Use it to learn, teach, memories. Because one day you ain't gonna be here. Your kids and your grandkids and your great-great-grandkids and your great nieces and nephews, I have something to look at. Have something that you can teach them, they can learn. Not just think about it, you got your content is nothing but bullshit and bubblegum, and your grandkids and your nieces and nephews, these kids, that's all they got to remember you by. Just think about it, guys. That's bad, sad situation, man. So we got to think about things differently, bro. That's why I'm here. I look at things differently. You see how I look at YouTube? How I don't worry about none of that. I'm focused on my downline, something that I could bring something positive that they can look at even when I'm gone. This is the new photo album, bro. YouTube, Instagram is the new photo album. Not only photo, but video as well. And you can teach. Whatever skill you learn, whatever skill you know, you can teach. If I wanted to teach, which is a great idea, if I wanted to teach jiu-jitsu, right? Once I start back training jiu-jitsu and get back in shape, if I had a training partner, I can have training videos, just like I'm training for this marathon, I could have training videos on jiu-jitsu. That was a great idea, which that's what I'm gonna do. And guess what? When I'm gone, you know, my kids or my great-grandkids might not be into jiu-jitsu, but it might be somebody down the line might be into it, just like the stock market. Somebody might be into it down the line. They got a whole photo album and a video archive of me doing what? Teaching and giving game. Not no messing, gossiping, arguing, and drama. None of that, bro. And if I do want to use, like I just did with 604 Unc, I use it as to switch it. You don't act like that. Use it as a case study of what not to be. Don't be like that. So-and-so. Don't be like that, Neff. That's a clown, bro. Men don't act like that. Junkies act like that. That's how you do it. You gotta get your kids in front of this internet, bro, and you gotta teach them what to be and what not to be. Otherwise, what? These dummies on the internet gonna be raising your kids, bro, and you're gonna look up one day and you're gonna snap. And Lil JoJo ain't gonna be 8 years old or 7. Lil JoJo gonna be 15, and he gonna start acting weird. And you so focused on the internet your damn self that you ain't paying attention to your kid. And then you gonna snap, and all of the days God gonna touch you, and you gonna be like, man, I need to change my life. I need to change my mind. And you change your life and change your mind. Now you want to be a parent, and now your kid ain't listening to you no more. Or why he ain't listening to you no more? He ain't listening to you no more because you've been neglecting him all these years, bro. He's been doing the same thing you doing. You all on the internet, you know what I'm saying, listening to all that mess and gossip and that bullshit. And guess what? He's doing it too. Next thing you know, you change your mind. Ain't nothing more powerful than to change mind. You change your mind, and then guess what? He ain't listening to you no more. They done put him in the 504 program because he be listening to these niggas on the internet. You ain't been teaching them nothing. They have. And then now you want to try to teach them something because you done gave your life to God, and now they don't want to listen. So you got to teach them right now, bro. Right now, this day, right now. Because guess what? If you don't, this internet, this evil, wicked side of the internet will. So I think that's it, guys. I went over my time. I said I wasn't gonna talk like this, but boy, when I get a subject, I just get the rocking and rolling. That's how I roll, bro. You gotta be you. You gotta be you, right? You gotta be you. Within specific specifications. Being you, let's say like, if you're doing something you know you're not supposed to be doing, that's not you. If you arguing and gossiping and being messy and fighting and arguing, that's not you. That's not the type of be you I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about, guys. Come on, we gotta be smarter than that. You know? We gotta be smarter than that. If you're doing things that you know you're just not supposed to be doing, that does not apply. Right? So if that is you, you gotta change your mind. Ain't nothing more powerful than the renewing of a changed mind. Once I change my mind, guys, once I renew my mind, I changed my life. It changed my life. It changed my life. It changed my life, guys. Take it from the OG. Take it from the OG. Because guess what? Man, this internet in this world, I have you looking like a bozo, bro. I have you thinking a bozo is how you supposed to act. I said it. This internet in this world in 2025, I have you thinking acting like a bozo is what's up. If everybody is acting like a bozo, you gonna think acting like a bozo is cool, right or wrong. If everybody acting like a bozo, you gonna think you supposed to act like a bozo. That ain't my rules, that's life. That ain't my rules, bro, that's life. If you grow up in a junkie environment, everybody doing drugs, everybody, doing each other all type of ways, guess what? If you grow up like that, bro, you gonna think that's right. You gonna think that's right. That's just like if a human gets rescued in the forest or in the woods by a gorilla or something and get raised by the gorilla, guess what? They gonna think that's how you supposed to act. You're supposed to act like a gorilla. Why? Because that's what they was raised around, bro. And you can't tell them that ain't right. Why? Because that's all they've been seeing. That's why it's so hard to teach a dog new tricks. That ain't just a good saying. That is true. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, bro. You can, but it ain't worth your time. Why it's not worth your time, Stock Sniper? Because it's gonna take forever to do it. And you ain't got that much time to teach a old dog new tricks. It's easy to work with what? A puppy. It's easy to work with a puppy. Hour and 20 minutes in, we're just rocking and rolling. What a good day, great, beautiful day. I've walked, coming up on 3 miles, which is cool. 24, yeah, which is cool. And wow, man, some of us need to change our circles, bro. And sometimes you gotta make that choice. I had to make that choice. Bro, to change my circle. I can't be around certain type of people, bro. I can't. I'm not. At this point, I'm not. Before, I couldn't. Now, I'm not. I'm not finna be around certain type of people, bro. I'm just not. I'm not. Them old things gotta become new, bro. Them old things gotta become new. And guess what? They gonna talk about you, bro. When you change your mind and you start cutting people off, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna talk about you. They're gonna make it seem like you all out of place. They're gonna try to get you right back inside that same circle. But once you change your mind and you put your foot down, ain't nothing more powerful than that, bro. Ain't nothing more powerful than a changed mind. Once I changed my mind, it was a wrap. Once I changed my mind, bro, it was a wrap. And it's all right. Sometimes it could be everybody going left. Left ain't the right way. You keep going left, you're gonna fall off that bridge. You gotta go right. Right is what safety is, bro. And that's where it starts. And then once you do all that, you do what? You try to lead other people to the right direction. Especially in 2025, bro. There's so many people that are lost. So many people that are lost, bro. And guess what? The American system want to keep you lost, bro. The American system is designed to keep you lost. I can't say that enough. The American system is designed to keep you lost, bro. The American system is designed to make you think all that bullshit and bubblegum is what you're supposed to be doing. Well, I'm here to tell you, they lied to you. They lied to me too. Yeah, they lied to me too. But guess what? I changed my mind. That's all I did, bro. I changed my mind, and I changed my surroundings, and I changed the company that I keep. And guess what? Ain't nothing more powerful than to change mine. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. I hope y'all learned something. If you already know all this and you think you know it all, share it to somebody, bro. Somebody can hear this message. Share it to somebody. Share it to somebody. So with that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have a great evening. Hope y'all have enjoyed the rest of your weekend. I don't know. I think basketball come on tonight. If you into sports, I hope you watch a good game. UFC coming on tonight. I'm gonna try to kick back and do what old boy told me earlier. What'd he say? Marathon, why don't you have anyone beside you? Well, marathon, guess what? That's exactly what I'm about to do, man. I'm about to go chill out, watch a good UFC with somebody beside me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna go do right now. See, you take care of business before pleasure, right? Business first. Take care of yourself first. Now, I could go on and on about that, but I'm done, guys. I'm done preaching. So with that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all. I hope you have a great night. 704 Wall Street is my block. 704 Wall Street is my block. Yes, it is. Earn, spend less, and invest. With that being said, I am the one and only stock sniper. Ain't no other one but me. If you see another one, guess what? He's just a perpetrator. I'm the real deal, Vander Holyfield. With that being said, I love y'all. I'm out.